Let's start spring cleaning our Google Drive. I find that this is a place that can become so clogged with things. And if I don't stay on top of it, it gets pretty full. So as I scroll, you can see I have a ton of things not in folders. I mean, this is where things go if you just create new things before you open a folder you want it in, when you make copies of things. Um, you just look at this, it's a mess, right? So we're going to start by looking at all of our untitled files. We're going to use the search function. So when you come up to your search box and you type in untitled, and I hit enter or return, and all of my untitled items are going to show up. Now, what I find helpful is clicking on the eye so I can see the details of the file that I have clicked on. So for example, when I click on this very first untitled document, I can see there's nothing on it. Sure, I could see it here, but for example, this one, I'm not really sure what that is. This gives me a better idea. I can even zoom in a little bit. I don't have to open it. Okay, so you're going to go through all those. It might take a while, but believe me, in the end, you're going to feel so much better. But let's go over a couple shortcuts. So I want to delete this. I am going to hit the pound symbol. It's going to bring this up. There's no way to avoid having to confirm you want to move it to trash. So I do the pound symbol and then I hit the return button and it moves it to the trash. So easier than clicking the file, coming up here, right? I've moved my cursor all the way, or clicking the file and right clicking and clicking remove and clicking move to trash, right? So less clicks. So let's come to this folder. Okay, let's see. Activity. Not really sure what this is, right? So this is not giving me much information. So this is something I'm going to have to open, right? So you may find you need to open things. So let's say I'm just going to skip over all this. I don't need to take your time organizing my stuff, but I'm going to come here. I know that I want this file that I created. I should name it and I should file it. So quick shortcut, when you come to a file that you want to name and move, just click on your file one time, use the letter N, and it brings up the box for you to rename your file. And so the next step in this would be to file it, right? We don't want to leave it hanging out. So over on the left, you'll see that I have some drop down arrows and I will go to my drive and I'm going to navigate to the place where I want this. And I can use those drop downs to get to more folders there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, I'm going to drag it over until that folder is highlighted. I'm going to let it go and it's going to move it into that folder. Now, if you've made a mistake, you can undo. And you'll notice it is still here. It's still here because it's still recognizing it as untitled, right? It hasn't updated our search results. So if you find you have filed a lot of things and you want to, you can hit the refresh button. But remember, we're searching untitled. So if something's named, you should already know. I've gone ahead and filed that. So take some time. Go to your drive, search untitled, and let's organize that piece, and then we'll keep going.